Hello everyone, how you doing? It's AJ. I'm back with another episode of my weekly watch roundup. Now, you may ask, why didn't this come up yesterday? What I've done is I've had a little swap around. My weekly watch roundup I now put on a Monday morning, and my pickups for the week on the Sunday evening. So I've just swapped the two series around like so. No other reason, so that's why I'm going to stick with it. It kind of works out better for me, I think, that way. Anyway, so what have I been watching this past week? Let me think about it. I've not got a diary in front of me now, so I'm going to have to use the old brain power. Okay, I started with Reacher. Yes, I've started on the Jack Reacher TV series that has come. I think I'm only about 4 episodes in. Now, because I've had to break for other stuff. Now, Jack Reacher, what do I think of this? Okay, I like the first Jack Reacher film with Tom Cruise. Now, I've never read the book, so the height and the size of the character has never been an issue to me anyway. So let's take that off the table to start with. I thought the first Jack Reacher film was pretty damn good. And I remember going to the cinema to see the second one. However, the second one I found to be somewhat boring. And I came away from the cinema saying, do you know what? I said to my missus, it seems to me that this series would work better on TV than in film, in the cinema, because it hasn't got that grandioso sort of stunt work or anything like that. They're very sort of small scale stories. You haven't really got the massive car chases or, you know, the sort of Mission Impossible style action, anything like that. They're more, you know, grounded, shall we say. And obviously, because they're a series of books, you can get a TV series out of one book. It just seemed better to me to be adapted into a TV show, and thusly they've gone that way. Now, the main guy who plays Jack Reacher, he's okay. I remember him from Smallville as Aquaman. However, the issue I'm having with the show is I feel he's very much like a Mary Sue. He has to be right with everything, and this shtick is kind of getting tiring for me with the character, and he knows everything. You know, it's like he's not flawed in any way. There's no, you know, everything he knows, and that's pretty tiring. That's pretty boring storytelling, I'll be honest, for a character. I mean, it may work for some people, but that side of it isn't really working for me. He's not got this edge. He's not got this, he could be wrong, or he's, you know, I mean, a flawed character is a better character to watch, that's what I've got to say. So there's that. So, Book of Boba Fett ended. Yeah, it ended really well. It's not the best episode of the series, but it was an okay ending. I've done a review for that. Overall, the series is very up and down. I did pick it up. I did get the sort of Blu-ray for it to go with my collection of, you know, other Star Wars. You know, Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, Boba Fett. And also, I did get the final season of Clone Wars and the Bad Batch. Yeah, so, you know, I like the Star Wars stuff. I do like the Star Wars stuff. I just feel that Boba Fett has been ruined as a character. They've taken away the mystique and the mystery of the character that made him so fantastic in the first place and turned him into a meme, a dancing meme. You know the one I mean. Like a bantha. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Yeah, so there's that. Now, what else have I watched this week? I can't remember what I've watched. There was no Superman and Lois on, that's for sure. Resident Alien. I've done an episode review of the latest episode of Resident Alien, and it's got quite good views and a lot of comments. People didn't like this episode at all because of its preachy nature. It's sort of female power entitlement nature to the storytelling of this episode. People didn't like it, fans of the show, and fans of the show are dropping off because of this episode. So I hope that they do rectify that. Peacemaker hit episode 7. A fun series, a great series that I'm really enjoying. Final episode is this week. Looking forward to that as well. Now, the highlight of the week, I think, was a film for me called Marry Me that I watched with Jennifer Lopez and fantastic Owen Wilson. Yeah, it's very much a remake of the movie Notting Hill in a sense, that Jennifer Lopez is this big, powerful superstar in the music world. like she is. And Owen Wilson is just this sort of standard, normal math teacher type of a guy, and they end up getting married for reasons, and then they have to sort of get to know one another for her career, with the intent of this marriage being dissolved after a couple of months. Because it was just a crazy moment, do you know what I mean? But it was a fantastic film, a Valentine's Day film, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, so, and I did watch one other film, but I can't mention it. I'm not going to mention it. It was a Christmas film. It was a first time watching, and yes, I have put it as a premiere. It's a premiere episode that's going to be screening for me on the 13th of December. December, you say? Yes, December the 13th. Go and check out my listing. You will see it there. You can't see what film it is because I've redacted that part of the information. You cannot tell what it is. Yes, it's going to be the first episode of my 12 Days of Christmas Season 2. Obviously, this Christmas just gone, I've done a 12 Days of Christmas, looking at 12 films in the lead up to Christmas and reviewing 12 films. Now, what I'm doing this year is a bit different in that I'm doing 12 Days of Christmas, but they won't all be film reviews. Some of them will be, but I'm going to throw in maybe some rankings in there for one day of my 12 Days of Christmas, this sort of thing. There will be a different element to it with some other stuff thrown in, but I'm keeping it all hush hush, top secret. So yes, I am thinking that far ahead. I do look ahead into the future. I do have plans, and I have dates when I'm going to be enacting these plans and this sort of a thing. This isn't like a fly-by-night operation whereby I'm just doing it daily and things like this. I do look ahead and think and plan, and I'm putting stuff in place for future. So there we go. My other viewing stuff has just popped in my head. Okay, I watched a horror film called The Long Night. I didn't get on with it. I didn't enjoy it. It's like a home invasion sort of film. These people are stuck in this barn, or in this house, and there's these cultists outside, and it goes into a bit of air of supernatural and all this sort of stuff. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I found it difficult watch. Left a very bad taste in my mouth as well. Yeah, next up, Star Trek Discovery, that I review every week. I do watch it and I do review it, but boy is it difficult watching. This series of Star Trek Discovery has been so mediocre and so boring. I want to blow my own brains out. That's how bad this season of Star Trek Discovery has been. I haven't enjoyed it at all. I haven't enjoyed it. And then we had Moonfall. Yes, I watched the movie Moonfall, you know, the latest one from Roland Emmerich, massive disaster film. The moon is coming towards the earth and it's going to destroy the earth, and there's these sort of aliens in the moon. There's all this sort of backstory. It's steps into the realm of the conspiracy theory that the moon is hollow, that the moon is a mega structure just with some dirt on top, essentially, to make it look like the moon. Yeah, now this film, I know some people have said it's boring, it's rubbish, they didn't like it. What do you expect? Do you expect Shakespeare from this? Come on, it's a film about the moon crashing into the earth. You know, you've got to leave your brain at the door. You've got to embrace that ludicrousness for a film like this, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just stupidness. Okay, it's nothing fresh, because all the stuff in it I've seen in other disaster films. It does some stuff wrong, I will give it that, but the main leads are very likeable, and it's just a fun time, you know. And the last film I watched was The King's Man. Yes, the third in the Kingsman trilogy of films starring Ralph Fiennes, and I thoroughly enjoyed this film, probably my favourite of the Kingsman films. There's a wonderful scene at the centre of the film, at the middle of the film, set in the trenches of World War One. That's just, it's fantastic. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was very, very good. Been a long time coming because it's had so many delays over the COVID period. It was meant to come out probably 2 years ago or something stupid like that. But a thoroughly enjoyable movie that I highly recommend watching. It is now on Disney+. Yeah, so anyway, so that's it. That was my sort of quick roundup. I really need to write this stuff down, but there you go. What can I do? Write it down. That's what I can do. Anyway, this is AJ. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and leave me a comment down below. Tell me what stuff you've been watching. Have you seen any of this? Give me your thoughts on it. And also tell me anything. Anything, I don't know what I'm saying. I've got to go out now anyway. Got to go for someone for dinner. Anyway, see you later all. Have a good one. Take care. Goodbye.